Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Kaz, and welcome to your official predictions for NXT Vengeance Day. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the co-host, the humble man, Gary. Gary, welcome to the Contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man, Cos Pagan.
Ain't shit, man. You ready to get into this?
Yes, sir, let's do this shit. Brutus, hell yeah.
Alright. To start things off, we have Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. Now, I'll be honest. This like unhinged side of Ethan Page has been pretty dope, and I really like freaking Javon selling this whole broken jaw thing. Well, fractured jaw, but yeah. Now here's the thing. You know, I know, you know, he's trying to, sell, the whole broken jaw thing, and how freaking Ava even made him sign a waiver, even though he's technically medically cleared.
Right.
But I know he said that he's gonna make sure that he doesn't get hit there, but all it's gonna take is one punch to the jaw, and he's going, and that's probably gonna be it.
Right, exactly. That is correct.
So, as much as I want Javon to win this match, because he definitely deserves some revenge, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he really does.
Ooh, moving on, we have Nathan Frazer and Axiom versus Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura for the NXT Tag Team titles. I'll be honest, because I don't watch Level Up, the first time I've ever seen Josh Briggs and this cat tag together was that triple threat tag match, and I must say they definitely held their own. But
right.
And no offense to the other teams and also them, but if I'm being honest, Hank and Tank carried that match.
Oh yeah, they kind of did.
I don't mean that to diss Josh Briggs and Yoshiki at all, or the no quarter catch crew, but Hank and Tank, they just went off on that match.
Almost deaf.
But they'll probably get a title shot eventually down the line. As far as this match goes, I'll be honest. Again, because I've only seen them tag once.
Right.
I really don't know how to go about this match. And don't get me wrong, I got nothing against Frazer and Axiom retaining. It's just it's hard for me to make a prediction of how this match is gonna be,
Right.
But I'll tell you what, if that triple threat match was any indication, the blending of power in Josh Briggs' team versus the speed and agility of Fraxium, I think this match is gonna be crazy.
No word.
Now, when it comes to doing that Spanish fly from the top rope, I'll definitely be amazed if they'll be able to do it. But then again, there've been a lot of super athletic big men, so I think we'll be good.
Right.
But
I think so too.
yeah, but honestly, I don't see Fraxium losing this match.
I'll give it a while.
But I'll tell you what, if they do, then honestly, I'll have no problem, just because, I'm all for having a fresh face winning a championship, and it doesn't get no fresher of a face than having a team that you've barely seen team together.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on, we have Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe in a strap match.
Oh, this right here.
First off, I really should not go here, but a black man getting beat with a strap on Black History Month is crazy work.
Exactly. 9,000%, brother. I agree with you. So yeah, we put it that way, 9,000%. That really is bizarre.
Yeah, but I will say this: I think Eddie Thorpe's heel turn was needed, just because as a face, no, he was good as a face, but you know, because of all the times of him being ignored, he was getting lost in the shuffle. And then before his NXT title match, you know, he was like, unless he was having matches on Main Event and Level Up, he really wasn't featured on TV much.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't.
And I was thinking that they forgot about him.
That's a good way to think about it. And honestly speaking, like damn, like why?
Yeah. And then, you know, for Trick Williams, you know, this honestly for him is just a distraction. Because he still wants his NXT title back, but you know, but he's got to take care of business.
All right.
But I'll tell you what, I honestly wouldn't have a problem with Eddie Thorpe winning, but I still got Trick in this.
Hell yeah, I got my boy whoop that Trick. Hell yeah.
But again, I'd have no problem with Eddie Thorpe winning, but this has got to be a real physical match. I'm talking welts all over their backs, and I mean both of them.
Oh yeah.
Moving on, we have Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Vaquer for the NXT Women's North American title. Now, truth be told, this should have happened at the last pay-per-view, it was either the last pay-per-view or the last time Fallon defended it. Like, basically, Shotzi's title shot should have been Stephanie's title shot, because let's not forget that Stephanie Vaquer won a number one contenders match fair and square, and freaking and Shotzi immediately cut the line just because she pinned Fallon Henley in a tag match. And don't get me wrong, pinning the champ in a non-title match is you know, is a big statement made, but at the same time, you know, you got to get in line. Like Stephanie earned her shot first, you know.
Exactly.
And sure, they had a singles match to determine the true number one contender, but that also wasn't fair, because there should have been no reason why Stephanie had to fight again for a title shot she already earned. But nonetheless, what happened?
No, I said that right. Exactly same.
Yeah, but nonetheless, honestly, unless they either one get ejected or they're not ringside, then I see Fallon Henley retaining.
Yeah, that's for yeah, exactly. Honestly speaking, I see her retaining as well. I probably don't see her lose that. She'll probably stand deliver after.
Yeah, but again, if Fatal Influence either gets ejected or they're not ringside, then Stephanie's gonna win. But again, that's a big if.
Right, exactly.
Now, moving on, we have Julia versus Bayley versus Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade in a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's title. Um. Uh. First off, did you see NXT?
Didn't get the chance to. But you can go ahead and say it right here for me anyway. My man could always catch up on that.
All right. First off, Bailey had a match with Cora Jade, and during the closing moments of the match, freaking Roxanne Perez came to the ring in Bailey's old music, wearing her hugger gear.
What?
Yep. And the distraction was good enough that it allowed Cora to win. And
Oh my God.
And then because of Cora pinning Bailey, that's why this match is a fatal 4-way now, because Cora got added to the match.
Oh my God. What? Roxanne really had to do that?
Yeah.
Heck. God.
But honestly, I figured she did it to just get Cora back on her side after what happened last week.
Oh.
But with that being said, honestly, there's two ways I feel about this match. Number one, I feel that Julia has to retain because if I'm being honest, this fatal 4-way match, despite being the champ, she's really been lost. She's really been a background character, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Because this whole match has really been more of Bailey, Roxanne, and Cora. Well, mainly Bailey and Roxanne, whereas Cora, she's played a bit of a role, and like I said, Julia has been a background character despite being the champion.
Right. That's crazy.
So she should definitely win this match just to, put herself back in front, ahead of all of them. People know, hey, I'm the champ. I'm here. Pay attention to me, not them.
Right.
Because the way I see it, Bailey's feuding with Roxanne Perez, and storyline wise, their feud has had so much attention on them that like I said, Julia's been taking a back seat.
Right. That's crazy.
But I'll say this. I would love to have a surprise finish, and instead of Julia retaining, have Cora Jade win.
Oh yeah.
But here's how. I want Cora Jade to win, but I want either Bailey to hit Roxanne, or the other way around. Just basically Bailey and Roxanne being the cause of Cora winning the match, just to piss them off even more with each other, just to fan the flames of the feud and intensify it.
Exactly. That's right.
Moving on, we have Obafemi versus A-Town Down Under in a triple threat match for the NXT title. Now, honestly, one might think that this might be the end of A-Town Down Under, but honestly, don't get me wrong. There is going to come a time and place during the match where they're going to fight each other, because it will happen. But honestly, I don't think they're going to split. And
They take it down under.
yeah.
Neither do I.
But with that being said, they are going to come to blows, and when they fight amongst each other, Obafemi is going to capitalize on that and then retain.
Right.
But
It's gonna be
go ahead.
it's gonna be a good match, but of course Obafemi's gonna retain, man. My boy Oba.
But I always have that what if factor, and that's what if they pull the rug out from under us, and they pull a Kane and Undertaker versus Steve Austin, and have both Theory and Waller pin over at the same time.
Exactly.
Then maybe 8 Time Down Under might actually be co-champions, or the title might get vacated.
Oh yeah.
And of course, there's always the factor that maybe one of them will win it by themselves.
Exactly.
But I will say this: if one of them wins the championship, at least for me, in my opinion, Oba can't take the pin.
Exactly.
Because I feel that if it does, it's gonna mess up all the momentum he's built. Unless unless they like hit him with a weapon or something like that, or unless they're like double teaming.
Exactly.
But other than that, if the title does switch hands, Oba cannot get pinned.
Definitely can.
Now that we've gotten that out the way, we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we are going to talk about the releases that happened earlier in the week.
Right.
Now we're gonna go over each one of them and give our thoughts. There's quite a bit of talent got the boot.
Exactly.
First,
definitely got to get in on that.
Yeah. First off, I'm gonna start with Sonya Deville. The reason why I'm doing it is because she wasn't released. She just didn't want to sign a new contract, so she essentially quit.
Oh my gosh.
So honestly, it's disappointing, but hey, if she felt it was time to go, then hey, it was time to go.
Right.
I'm not mad at it.
Gotcha.
Up next, Aladon.
Oh yeah. Honestly, great talent.
Yeah, and I'll admit I was pretty confused when it came to that. The fact, I mean, no offense to Alpha Fire, but I figured because they were a team, they'd both be gone. But just to see only one of them get the boot, one, I think it's a little messed up. But I guess it is what it is.
Right.
And honestly, considering that that they were still having storylines in the tag division, I thought they were still gonna be having some feuds over the tag titles.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Up next, and this I'll be honest, really annoyed me. Blair Davenport.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Now the biggest reason why this got under my skin is because aside from her temporary teaming with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, she ain't do shit on the main roster.
Yeah, you got a point.
Like, she had she feuded with Naomi for a cup of coffee. Now, that's how long it was, and then that's it. She wasn't doing shit.
That was crazy.
And the thing is, she is a great talent. Like, even if you didn't see her work on NXT and NXT UK, which was nothing short of superb, if you saw her as Bea Priestley on the on the independent scene, freaking you would see how good she is. And for her to be wasted on the main roster, it sucks.
You're right.
Moving on, we have Elektra Lopez.
Oh my God, that's one of the ones that. Oh my God.
I can't front. This was one of the most shocking, because, you know, given how much screen time Legado del Fantasma was getting, and given how much they allowed her to talk, like I had no reason to think that she was gonna get the boot, but here we are.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, you know, Santos Escobar, he's also a mouthpiece, but even still, you know.
Exactly. That's right. Exactly.
Moving on, we have Cedric Alexander.
Oh yeah, him too. Oh my God, that one too. That one got to me as well, brother. It really did.
This was so wild, because he was one of those long time dudes that I figured was gonna be in WWE till like the end.
Exactly. Me too.
But you know, and he's had some pretty decent moments. Won the Cruiserweight title. He won the Raw Tag titles as a member of the Hurt Business.
Sir.
Man, what? Man, it sucks, you know. And considering that he was on NXT mentoring Javon Evans and whatnot, again, I thought he was gonna be good.
Word, man, me too. For real, man. Cedric, yo. Like, he was really one of the best, like, yo, especially the accomplishments, like my man has said, it's like, yo, like, what the hell, y'all brought him back on NXT, it's like,
Yeah.
he's doing his thing on this, like, what the hell?
Yep. Moving on, this one pissed me off. Giovanni Vinci.
That too.
Now, the reason why this pissed me off is because of what they did to him on the main roster when they separated him from Imperium. I foolishly, and I mean foolishly, thought that his run on SmackDown was going to be something like his solo run on NXT.
Right.
Because his solo run on NXT, even though it was brief, it was great, absolutely great. He had great matches with people before they reformed Imperium.
Right.
And he definitely showed that he can stand on his own 2 feet. And then especially because of the build-up with all the promos they had and whatnot, I thought they were really gonna freaking have you know have something special planned for Giovanni Vinci, but no. Instead, he has 2 matches on SmackDown where he gets embarrassed. Where the first one, he gets rolled up without even taking off his gear, and then the second one, he does get his gear off, but he gets rolled up again. And nothing against Apollo Crews. I got nothing against Apollo Crews. That's my dude. But yo, if he's gonna lose to Apollo Crews, at least let them have a meaningful match, man.
9,000% agree, man. Like, what the hell?
And Lord knows that they're both very, very capable of putting on a a great match.
That is correct.
And the only thing that was worse than him losing like that was the fact that he was never seen on TV again, except for that one segment where he was in the background talking to, I think, Cedric Alexander. Ironically enough. Next up, and this really disappointed me, Duke Hudson.
Yeah, that's another one too, man. That I guess all these, you just have to say, we're just really damn shocked by all these damn releases.
Yeah, and I understand that Chase U is now long gone, but considering the storyline that they got going on NXT with Andre Chase and how he's acting all depressed and whatnot now that Chase U's gone,
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna build towards having another Chase-related school gimmick, like maybe
Right.
Andre Chase Academy or something like that, or
Exactly.
But nah. And it's crazy because he ever since Chase U split, Andre Chase is the only one that's been on TV because Riley Osborne hasn't been on TV, Thea Hale hasn't been on TV, Duke hasn't been on TV, and now he's not even gonna be anywhere near there.
And that's honestly like beyond bizarre now. At this point, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it's crazy because when he first joined Chase U, technically he was still a heel, and at first he was just a replacement for Bodie Hayward, who had gotten fired.
Right.
But eventually he did turn face along with them, and it was all good. But it sucks,
It does.
Now, moving on, and this one, I'll admit, because they weren't on TV for so long, this one also made me mad. The Good Brothers.
That made me furious too.
Especially, and what makes me even more angry is the fact that AJ Styles is back, and now they're gone again.
Exactly.
And this actually reminds me of when they got released back during the pandemic, and AJ Styles tried to go to bat for them to have them keep their jobs and shit, because he didn't want the OC to end.
Exactly.
And here we are again. And sure, they were fighting on NXT while Styles was on the main roster, but come on, man. They also weren't on TV for a long time, and I was always wondering why. Given their veteran experience and talent, I figured they would have at least had them putting on great matches to build up other teams.
Exactly.
But instead, no, they weren't doing anything.
Like, for real.
And then, and then finally, these guys, they're literally in the same boat as the Good Brothers, the Authors of Pain, and Paul Ellering. And this essentially split up the Final Testament.
Right.
And they were literally in the same boat as the Good Brothers because they also weren't on TV for a good minute. They didn't have matches. They weren't even featured on TV. Despite how much Karrion Kross and Scarlett have been featured on TV. And,
right, exactly.
And I figured they all would have had more segments, especially since Kross felt that Miz still owed them because of Paul Ellering sticking his neck out for him.
Exactly.
But But you know, they quietly dropped that whole storyline.
Word, man, that was ridiculous.
And I was very happy to see AOP come back, and I was hoping that number one, they stayed healthy, which they did, but two, I thought they were gonna have them be major players in the tag division, because you know, again, if you've seen their work in NXT, they were one of the best tag teams in NXT history.
Hell yeah.
And but again, like aside from them beating the White Six, they hadn't done anything since.
Yeah, they haven't. It's like, what the hell? Like, yeah, they wasted them, period. Because that's another release that got me too. Like, come on, man.
Don't get me wrong. I understand there's a lot of talent cooking and whatnot, but still, you can't tell me that any of these guys that got released couldn't have had a meaningful spot on on TV. Come on.
Nah, exactly. They could have. But it's like, what the hell happened? Like, you guys didn't go wrong with any of them at all. You guys are doing them, and y'all released them. Complete 9,000% bullshit.
But you know, hopefully once their 90 days are up, they'll be able to, you know, let their careers thrive wherever they go.
Right.
So good luck to all of them.
Well, stuff.
And with that being said, that's gonna do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man for coming through and kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Yeah. You already know my man, Cause Payton. We'll be right back at y'all. Coming at y'all. We'll be right back right here. Coming back at y'all with the results for WWE NXT Vengeance Day.
Yep. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Circle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.